Good evening, everybody. We have a quorum. I'm Minnie Dora Haynes. Roll call, please. Orly.
Orlando Navarro. Erasmo Villarreal. Roberto Rodriguez. Joe Lopez.
Thank you. First item on the agenda is discussion and possible action to approve the job order cost proposal for Bond Project 2014-07 Finley Elementary School, American with Disabilities Act hardware project.
Madam Chairperson, just as a reminder, we presented this information last month. However, there was a miswording on the agenda item. It was supposed to have been a JOC, and I think we had put it down as a CSP, if I'm not mistaken. So we're just going to present this again one more time and ask the committee members to approve it.
Do we have to present?
Presentation's not necessary. If you all want to see it, you can. If not,
Do you all feel a need for the presentation?
Is there any change?
No, it's exactly the same.
Okay.
Madam Chair, being that we...
It's just the term. That's correct. From CSP to JOC.
I'll second that motion.
There's a motion and a second to approve as, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Motion carries.
And just to let you know, the price was $125,000.
Thank you. Agenda item number 2, discussion and possible action to approve the redesign of the district-wide security stations for existing campuses.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just wanted to show you all another look at the security station prototypes. We got some numbers in, and so we took the design back and looked at it in terms of maintaining some functionality to make it more cost-effective in terms of the actual cost.
And for the record, this is Mr. Randy Hollis.
Yes.
With Munoz Architects.
Thank you very much. Should have introduced myself. Okay. Let me see, make sure I got this correct. Is it rolling on itself? There we go. Oops. Is that me?
It's PDF, it's not a PowerPoint.
Okay. Okay, so this is, again, the schools where we're looking at this project, the 6 schools. Same logic as we had before, so the entry sequence will be the same in terms of detection and also registration of visitors, and also creating a man trap, basically where there's a barrier that can restrain or contain someone before they go further in case there's any questions concerning what they may have or may be found by the metal detection. So there'll be camera surveillance outside, so it can be operated, again, if remember, remote from the receptionist's office, because the reception office and the school are located in the middle of the school, not by the entry. So that's one thing. So when the officer is out, you still have the way to operate the entry scenario in terms of buzzing people in with intercom and with the camera from that station. Oops. Okay, here are our schools that we're looking at for the elementary schools. These are the prototype elementary schools, so it's the same design. And so here's what we've done. If you recall, do this. Recall we had a bigger, more like a enclosed, bigger, larger enclosed office. To reduce some of the cost of that, what we've done is we've retained the projected area out here that has the counter and the station with the pass-through and a speaker and the bullet-resistant glass on the outside of the door location where we have the entry doors. We have a smaller, which now really is a booth, high booth. It's about 6 or 7 feet tall. And the idea of that is it secures the station when the officer is not there. It can be locked up. And that's the main thrust of that. So we've reduced a lot of the available work that we needed to do. We've taken out the need for a mechanical system. We still have our lights that we were adding, which will be a light right over the front and a light inside of here. And there'll be ventilation, of course, because the walls don't go all the way up to the ceiling on the inside part of this. And there's a view of what it would be more on the inside. And so you have your secure area. The desk is where a monitor can be mounted, and the Raptor identification system with a pass-through, and then the door in the back here. And the windows, before we had a full height door, right now it'll be easy to step outside because it's smaller, and these are pass-through windows on each side to allow easier passage of personal effects and things that might come through the front before someone goes through the metal detector. And again, with this, the view is essentially the same as what you guys have seen before. From the outside, it's just much reduced in scale and scope on the inside. So we still have a look at the tile that's going to be customized per each school, as close as we can get, be it school colors or not for each particular school. And we ran an estimate, and our shot at the estimate is right at $40,000 to round it. That's where we're at. So that's the report on the revised stations. If y'all have any questions, please let me know. Be happy to answer them.
Munoz, Joe Lopez, the amount that you gave us there, that's the cost per station?
That would be a cost per station, that's
Okay.
correct. Excuse me, yes.
Thank you.
And we actually asked the architects to go back and redesign because we determined that it was going to be way over the budget with the initial design, so we asked to go back and scale back.
We think it keeps all the basic features in operation. It's just a lot less involved work in terms of final result.
Less scary looking for the kids, maybe?
Yes, I think so. More accessible.
For functionality for the person that's inside the room, the speaker and the glass, everything's designed for the person to be sitting and talking to the guests coming up?
Yes, sir. Yeah. This is an amplified speaker, so they can talk through that, and then you can pass effects. There'll be a place to pass. You know, if you want to hit clipboard or something for sign-in registration, you can do that there.
Do y'all have any more questions, Randy? If so, then I'll entertain a motion to accept the design.
I'll make a motion to accept the design. Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, motion carries.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Next, the current bond project status report. Mr. Alanis?
Yes. Good evening, Bond Committee members, administration, and members of the audience. Ignacio Lanis, Director of Construction. Yeah, United High School, 9th grade, please. We're really happy to present here the two projects, big projects that were approved by the board last week, and first one being the United High School 9th grade campus. Right now, the project summary report, the construction progress to date is at 2%. There's no time extensions to date, and the completion date for the 9th grade campus is December 10th, 2016. Okay. For the week ending January 9th, 2015, progress of construction on the following site activities were noted. The work in progress was the site is in the process of being cleared and excavated, and on-site utilities, soil testing, and site surveying is in progress. And again, these are just some different views of the site that's in the process of being cleared, and as well as the extension of International and Hillcross Street that are already being built as well. Any questions on the 9th grade campus?
Now, Chair, a question. The timeline for the construction was going to be how long in total?
We're looking to complete it by December 10th, 2016, so
Yeah,
that
but-
would be like a year and a half.
I thought you were looking at about a year to get these things rolling.
Well, that would be the second presentation I'm making on United South High School, which we will be completing.
This is a retrofit of the old United High School, right?
No, this is a brand-new construction.
A new,
Yeah,
a
it's-
brand-new facility.
It's located at the site, like, it's
It's
2
going to be
blocks.
north of the United High School?
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay,
It's brand new.
okay.
It's a complete replacement facility. Okay. All right, the next project is the United South High School 9th grade campus in Cuatro Vientos North Subdivision. Project summary report, construction progress to date is 3%. It's a little further along. And the contractual completion date is July 15, 2016. Now, progress report for the week ending January 9th. Progress of construction of the following site activities are as noted. Work in progress, the site has been completely cleared and excavation, cut and fill operations are underway. And on-site utilities, soil testing and site survey is in progress. Here you can see some different views of the site completely cleared. And where the surveyors have already gone in and are going to start laying out the building. Any questions on United South High School? Okay.
Can I go back to United High School, just a quick question? You
Yes.
mentioned that international being put in, that's all part of the cost package for UISD, or is that external cost, the road?
I believe the Killam's are the ones that are constructing the road. They're covering the full cost of extending international.
But when you put down 2% of the project, that's not necessarily part of.
No, that's not part of the,
So are you, isn't that kind of off? Can you say that?
well,
Because that's Killam's doing that, that's not part
Yeah,
of UISD.
Killam's doing the road.
Correct.
but-
So-
but in regards to the actual site and all the clearing and all the removal of debris, yes, and organic matter, and having the surveyors out there
Okay.
is the percentage that we got figured.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Okay, now on to the project status report for the elementary school number 27 in the Cielito Lindo subdivision. Project summary report, construction progress to date on this particular site is 30% complete. Now, time extension to date, based on the past month and a half of inclement weather, the contractor's in the process of requesting 45 days due to those conditions and how some of the site, work and some of the progress has slowed down a bit. But we still maintain the contractual completion date of July 23rd, 2015. Overall, the quality of the work completed to site to date is satisfactory. Plans and specs have met all the TA guidelines and mandates from the elementary school facility and being constructed in accordance with the local codes and ordinances. And just to recap on the different zones, the progress of construction, the following site activities are as noted. In Area A, the pre-K wing, and Area B, and you have a key map at the bottom of the presentation. Placement of interior and exterior CMU walls. We have installation of exterior damp proofing and rigid insulation board. And the above ground mechanical, electrical, and plumbing areas A and B. Sheet metal ductwork is being installed. Electrical conduit and plumbing roughings are installed as CMU is placed. In Area C, the cafeteria wing, contractors completed the placement of the structural select fill as specified. Again, we do have our testing lab of record on site, verifying that's all in conformance. The mechanical, electrical, and plumbing work in Area C is under slab installations of electrical conduit and plumbing lines, and the contractor is preparing the area for concrete placement. And the final section is the gymnasium wing, which is in Area D. The concrete slab has been completely poured. Placement of interior and exterior CMU walls. MEP items in Area D and CMU walls include conduit for electrical and data, as well as plumbing items. The contractor is in the process of placing the pre-engineered metal building for the gymnasium area.
As far as these pictures, where is that pre-engineered building going?
Well, the pre-engineered building is the actual frame
Uh-huh,
work that you see.
that's on the,
Like the
okay,
bottom left
right.
is the gymnasium area, for example. That's the D wing, which I make reference to in the breakdown. Looking at the top left, that's the main entrance, and you're looking at this wall to the right is the library exterior wall. Over on this side, you're looking at the pre-K wing extension off the main entrance. That's what that little canopy is showing on the top right. And this is a portion of the courtyard.
I guess as a novice, I don't understand what installing a pre-engineered building means.
It means actually the steel that's delivered on site,
Uh-huh.
and after they wait the required curing stage for the concrete, they'll start to place the actual steel members for the frame. And once that frame is completed, you'll see the exterior wall starting to go up against it.
Gotcha.
The basic structure.
Yeah.
All it is it's measured to size, they cut it somewhere and then just bring it and put it together.
That's-
That's what a pre-engineered building is.
That's
Okay?
why I'm
That's
thinking,
what it is.
okay.
That's what it is.
Okay, well, I didn't want to say that, but I
That's
thought,
what it is.
okay.
Right, yeah,
It's fabricated on site.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They just,
That's what I imagined, but I thought, okay. Thank you.
Okay, now these are some other views of the prep for the foundation and some interior conditions showing the ductwork already in place and some of the electrical and plumbing.
Any other questions for Mr. Alanis? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next, the bond program financial report, Mrs. Benavides.
Good evening, members of the committee and members of the audience. We're bringing to you our finance report for the bond and the major changes you can see. And the summary report is that we've included the 2 GMPs that were awarded in December. They are now purchase orders. And you'll see that under New Schools United High School, where 34 million has either been expended or encumbered. And so you see the big change of 87% of the budget is now either expended or encumbered, where the month before was only 2.28%. So we're really going to start seeing these dollars being moved around. The other one is United South High School. Again, same thing. We awarded the GMP last month. We're really excited about that. I mean, for it to come within budget, it's it's such a big deal for us because these campuses are such a big part of the whole bond program, and to have those two GMPs come within budget is it's really good news for us. And there you see also that 87% of that budget line item is either has been encumbered or expensed. And then the other change from last month, I guess you can go down to the technology, where you see the instructional video distribution. And we had brought that to you about bringing forward the V-Brick to do the rest of the campuses. And so you can see there that 100% of that project is going to be expended and will be worked on this summer, I believe. And then the other item further down is under additions with J.B. Alexander. We have started moving forward with the renovations there. In fact, not through these sources of funds, but we did purchase close to 17 acres east of Alexander High School to start from our general fund, to start either relocating fields or parking lots to make room for these renovations that we're going to be doing at Alexander High School. So, and then the other, and it's not part of the bond program, but we also purchased from our general fund as well, I think it was close to 14 acres for one of our elementary sites that we had thought would fit where now the United South High School 9th grade campuses. We thought we were going to be able to fit an elementary within those acreage, but because of the layout of the prototype, we went ahead and through Mr. Rangel and Mr. Garza, we were able to work with local owners of acres in that area and found a site for one of our elementary schools. And again, we funded that from our general fund. So we've been pretty busy. So again, we're going to start seeing these numbers move fast. Hopefully within the next 2 or 3 months, we'll get the GMP for the middle school. And we'll also hopefully get the GMP for the 2 other 9th grades that I know they're working on the plans as well. So I don't know if anybody has any other questions.
speaking of the general fund, I know at the beginning of the project, before monies came in, I think some money was, for lack of a better word, borrowed so that you could start projects or, before the money came in. Was that reimbursed? Was that taken care of? That was
Yes,
all set
yes.
aside?
We did pass a resolution to, just in case we would get the bond, pass the bond, to start kind of working on some of these plans. And pretty much, really, the only money we ended up reimbursing ourselves for was for some network, I think it was some network equipment. It was in the technology part, and we
Was it
took care of
wireless?
that.
Was it the wireless
Yes.
upgrade?
The 2.1 million?
Pretty much, and we got it.
It's just a project that we went ahead and did, and with hopes that this bond program would start. So it's at $2,139,000 under technology that we kind of cash flowed, and as the bonds were sold, we went ahead and reimbursed ourselves.
And again, included in your packet is the expenditure detail that ties to all these summary numbers up front. So if you're interested in exactly what was being spent there, you can see the detailed line items.
And just a little update on the new elementary. As you see that, that's the infrastructure. What staff is working on right now, Mr. Garza with his planning department has presented some boundary changes for that elementary school to the board and is starting to meet with parents of the schools that are going to be affected. And then we're also doing our staffing meetings where we have to take so many teachers from some of those schools that are going to be relieved and start identifying how many teachers we need for this campus, a new principal, assistant principal, librarian. And then in purchasing, Cordy Flores, along with Hector Perez and our instructional technology department, we'll start looking at the furniture and equipment that needs to go into that building. In there also, we'll be putting those interactive flat panels into those classrooms and see what the 21st century classroom will look like. And so we're excited about that. So behind the scenes, you've got the infrastructure going up, but there's a lot of people in this room that are busy getting ready for that August 2015 opening. So I don't know if anybody has any other questions.
One question, is just, on the 14 acres that you mentioned that was purchased for the elementary, I guess by the 9th grade campus, is that adjacent or is that separate? Or?
It's separate. Is it further?
Yeah, it's
It's-
separate.
What's the distance in between both sides? more or
Where
less?
is it?
The site is south of the, that road, or County Warmser Road. It's a little bit further south.
Okay.
It's actually, are you familiar with Lomas del Sur?
Yeah, I am.
It's about maybe 600 feet to the north of that.
Richard Charles
Mm-hmm.
property, right? Danny Wire, yeah.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
several developers there, but from the original site, it's probably not, it won't be more than maybe 6 or 8 blocks.
Yeah,
to the site.
it's not that.
It's very close. It's in the same, actually it will satisfy the same attendance.
Well, I guess the next question I have is, and the reason I was asking is because the Cuatro Vientos Road has got certain entrances into it now. So how does this elementary tie into that? Is it gonna come back through an existing entrance that was already programmed there, or how are you gonna get traffic?
It will be using Lomas del Sur,
As the entrance exit.
Boulevard, and we'll have an entrance right through there.
Okay.
A couple of blocks.
That was another reason that separated, because having the 9th grade and the elementary together would have created some major traffic more. So having it separated was a better idea overall.
But it has very good accessibility.
Okay. On that other property, isn't there a gas well located on there that was also going to present some problems?
Yeah, there,
Yeah.
that's why I was asking where it was at. I remember that, and that's gonna veer off some of that roadway too there in Cuatro Vientos.
Do y'all have any more questions for Mrs. Benavides?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, open agenda. Is there anything else the committee would like to bring forth? Okay, what is the date for our next meeting? February the,
Forgot the bylaws, is it the first Monday or
Is-
Tuesday of the month?
the first Tuesday is February the 3rd. Will
It's
we,
fine with us, I think we'll be fine with that.
and we'll have everything we need by then?
I believe so.
Okay, then Tuesday, February the 3rd, 2 days after Super Bowl, so everybody will be in a whatever mood. Thank you. Ms. Gaetan, did anybody sign up for public comments? Okay, then thank you all very much. This meeting is adjourned.